Hey, everybody. It is what even day? It is Halloween hump day today. Hopefully, some of you guys are on with me. So, if you are on, come on in, say hello, give me a like or a love so that I know this is working. Apparently, Facebook is having some issues with some streaming. So, hopefully, this is working okay. It seems to look okay on my end. So, let me know if you're having any issues, if there's glitchy. You can hear, you can see all that good stuff. So I was live earlier today at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I've been live all this week because it's Halloween week here in the studio. So this is a mystery live. It's kind of a little bit of a pop-up because I have something that I want to share with you, something very, very cool. And I'm going to do a little bit of Halloween stamping for you guys too. So maybe this will be available to some of our friends who are able to see in the evening. All right. So as we talked about, it is Halloween week here in my studio. Every single day, I have been live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Yes, it's extra special, double Jody today. You are right, Lori. But what I wanted to share with you today is that I have a very cool offer for you guys. And I wanted to make sure that I really kind of shout this from the rooftops because it's a super, super fun event that Stampin' Up! Is actually putting on in celebration of the Paper Crafters holiday. So I want to talk to you guys about World Card Making Day. This is the event we wait for. This is like the Paper Crafters Christmas. World Card Making Day has been going on for many, many years. And some of you may not even know that the first Saturday in October is World Card Making Day. So, since COVID, I have not been doing anything in person. It tends to fall on the weekend of my daughter's birthday. But starting last year, Stampin' Up! Actually was hosting a totally free, totally virtual, totally global event for everyone. And I want to make sure that you guys all know whether you are a brand new stamper, an avid paper crafter, a tried and true rubber stamp customer, a demonstrator, this event is for all of us. This is a no business. We're going to leave that at the door, and we are all going to gather globally on October 7th for World Card Making Day. And I went last year because I wasn't quite sure how this was going to work. And so I didn't really say too much about it. But Stampin' Up! Did a phenomenal job with it. It was so well done. So you'll get to kind of meet the heads of Stampin' Up, some of the people that us demonstrators know. If you're a customer, you'll get to meet some of the demonstrator support managers, Sarah, who is the CEO of the company. There's lots planned. So I want to make sure that you know well ahead of time and that you can mark your calendar because it's free, you guys. Not much is free these days, but this is. So October 7th, and it is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, so make sure you write that down. You can do your change up for wherever time zone you are in. If you're an East Coaster like me, that will be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. if you're an East Coaster like I am here in Pennsylvania. So, how do you take advantage of this? You can head over to my online store. I'll put the link in the description. You'll just click the link and it will take you direct to the registration. Okay. You don't need to do anything fancy. You don't need to go through my shop. Just go right to the registration because information will be there. So if you have any questions, you can check those out. Frequently asked questions are listed. And what I want to make sure that you know is what we will be using during World Card Making Day. I know this is very hard to see, but you can find it when you click the registration link. So what they end up doing is taking 3 bundles and they will kind of create very similar projects. And that doesn't mean that you have to have these bundles, but if you do want the bundles, you can definitely grab them. We are going to be using Circle Sayings. So this is a punch bundle. Okay, so that definitely will be one of the ones they'll be working with. Comes with a coordinating punch. We will be using Earthen Textures. This is a die bundle, so it comes with all those cool die cuts. And then there is a new one, and I had so hoped I would have it because I already bought it, but it's on in shipment. Can you see this one? Hexagon, Heartfelt Hexagon. So this is a sneak peek. It is available now, so you can grab it. It's a punch bundle as well, and you can grab that now if you want to work with that. I have something brand new. It's in an upcoming catalog, but we're sneaking it out a little bit early in celebration of World Card Making Day. So you can check these out. The Circle Sayings is $41.25. The Earth and Textures is $54.75, and the Heartfelt Hexagons is $37.35. It will also tell you down here, and this is on the registration link. You can actually print it off. It'll tell you what papers you need, what inks, embellishment tools, and adhesives. So it's going to give you your shopping list right there of things that you'll need to bring to the party if you want to craft along. The other thing that's on there are the card measurements. So you can print these off as well. Now remember, this is totally free, you guys. So there is no what do I want to say? There's no catch, no strings attached, just a free event to gather together and share what we love. So you'll see in card number 3, card number 1, card number 2, you will see the dimensions and what you need to cut. So you can have that prepped and ready ahead of time. I believe so, Lori. I felt like last year, Lori had asked, can you use just one of the bundles? I felt like last year they did 3 cards, and then they kind of tried to show you how it would work with the Circle Sayings, with the Earth and Elegance, and with the Heartfelt Hexagon. So I think each card is kind of made to work with each bundle or something similar that you may have at home. We can't see the projects just yet, so we don't know. That is a little bit, it's kind of like mystery stamping. What I did last year was I just followed along. Here's something some of you may or may not know about me. I love to stamp, and I teach paper crafting classes all the time, in person and online, but I cannot stamp with any pressure. So if I'm at an event myself, or I'm at a retreat, or I'm taking one of these classes, I can't stamp. Like, I completely shut down. So I just watched and enjoyed and interacted. And then you'll have the dimensions, and then they'll also give us a tutorial later that will show us the card finished. So you could always do this a little later, which brings me to the fact that yes, it will be recorded. So if any of you guys are thinking, well, October 7th, I'm not going to be around, I'm busy that weekend, it is recorded. One thing that you'll want to do, they say you don't have to register. That's one of the things that they're saying. You can just hop in. You don't have to actually register, but registration, I think, is going to give them access to you to get information to you. So I would suggest registering. Then, I think the links will be sent out. Maybe the tutorials would be sent out. So you'll know it's going to come right to your inbox. And trust me when I say you're not going to be spammed with a bunch of demonstrators or Stampin' Up. If you put your registration in there, you're not going to be getting a ton of things. Like, all of us are now coming after you, wanting you to buy our products. So that's why I felt like they did a really, really good job last year of not being salesy, but showing us how to do some stamping, some different techniques, and just having a fun time together. So when this is over, I'll put the link in this video. So all you need to do is click the link, and I'll take you right to the landing page for more information. So if you have any questions, just shout them out in the comments. But I did want to make sure that everybody was aware of that amazing thing that we have going on. I know the team that is working on it, they are just so pumped. They are so ready for everyone to come and join them for a fun day of crafting. So we are going to do some stamping. Speaking of paper crafting, I've been doing Halloween, so I have a fun Halloween card. I do not know, Gian. Last year it was on their own site. Kind of similar to how OnStage worked, I believe. So I don't think it's on Zoom or YouTube. Now, it was hosted on a special site. That could change this year. I'm not sure. And it could mean that maybe they are streaming it from the site somewhere. So that's why I think it's important to go ahead and do the registration, just so that you're getting that information. It's going to come right to your inbox, so that you don't have to keep going searching if you have any questions. Also, the frequently asked questions may answer that. I am not 100% sure, but that's a good question. So we've been playing this week with Them Bones. Last year, they just sent a link. So I don't know if some things have changed. Last year was the very first year. And so that's what happened last year was they just sent a link when it was live and you could just click on it and go into it. So where it's being hosted, I'm not exactly sure. And so when they said there was no, you didn't really have to register, that kind of makes me think maybe it's going to be streamed to like yeah, I don't know because it's for customers and not customers are on our specific stamping Facebook groups. So I'm not sure. I really couldn't tell you too much about that. But last year I can say you did get a link and you clicked the link and it took you right to like a landing page, so to speak. So let's go ahead and play a little bit with them bones because I have an amazingly simple card here for you guys. I'm all about simple stamping. And so I've been playing with that this week in the studio, but we're going to do a little stamping with just this paper, Them Bones designer series paper. And I did get my packet this week. I told you that I had used it all up. Like I had sucked it up. I had used 2 packs of paper. So I want to share with you, this is a 12 by 12 pack, and we're going to use this piece here. This is very cool because it's all kinds of different designs on one piece of paper. You can just cut them apart and use them as accents on your card. So we're going to work with that one. We're also going to work with this page that has all these funky skeletons on it. Mr. Bones dancing all over the place. And these guys are cut out with the dies. So the dogs, the cats, and the skeleton, you can die cut them out. If you don't have the dies, just hand cut them out. They're very easy to do. So I went ahead and cut apart all those pieces that I showed you. And I have a piece of basic black cardstock here. We're going to fold that in half. I've got some Starry Sky. So we're going to add that to our card base. Now, you could totally emboss this if you want to have a little bit of texture, but I was trying to go amazingly simple to show you how you could create this card with some cardstock and some paper. 0 ink, you guys. And I love these colors together. Starry Sky was one that has not seen much daylight. And so I really have enjoyed getting that out and playing with it during this holiday. So there's the panel, the houndstooth, black and white houndstooth that I cut out. So we're going to add this to our card front. Kind of get it so that it fits. I don't want it sticking off the edge too much. And then this is the other one, Boo. So that's all I need. No stamping. Seems like almost like sacrilegious, right? To not do any stamping. Okay, so that card works just by itself. You could absolutely just use that card, simple, easy as can be. But I went ahead and did the little die cut Skeletor. So we're going to put him on our card with some dimensionals. And I had talked earlier that the set of dies that comes with Them Bones has all kinds of little fun things. And one of the fun things is he's almost like a paper doll. And you can dress him up in all kinds of different outfits. So he could be a cowboy. He could be the Monopoly guy. This time he is going to be Mr. Dapper. So we're going to add him there. That's fine too, right? We could stop right there and just have that cute little skeleton hanging out there. But I don't want to. So I cut him out a tiny little hat, his little fedora. I'm going to use the green glue for this. Dot, dot, not a lot, right? Oh, make sure you're putting it on the right side there. Whew, that was almost a faux pas. There we go. A little green glue. And add his fedora on his head. Then he has got the cutest little shoes. Oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. And these are done in Orchid Oasis. So I went a shade lighter. So there's one shoe. Here's his other shoe. Uh-oh. There we are. Come on. I'm trying to be careful. This is a new bottle and I do not want it to go oozing everywhere. I hear you, Lori. I hear you. Absolutely. She is right where she needs to be, though. Getting that guy better. All right. So now I took another little, this is in the die set as well, this tiny little heart. And so we're just going to give him a little purple heart right here. Oh my goodness, my throat's getting dry. So there's his little purple heart in his chest. Look at his shoes. Couldn't you just die? Oh my gosh, so cute. So there is a very simple, very quick card, no stamping. The dies, if you didn't have them, you could absolutely make this card without them, but they do add a little bit of fun. Here it is. I did him in the Starry Sky, and I added a tiny little bow tie there. So he's got that super cute little bow tie, but we didn't put some bling on. So let's add a little bit of bling because we want some sparkle. I told you everybody this week I've been very grinchy with my glow in the dark. So I'm not using it because I have a class coming up and I don't want to short them the glow in the dark, but it would be so cute to have glow in the dark bats on this card. So I'm just using the sparkle gems and I went with silver. The black is cool too. You could do that. But yeah, so there we are. A very quick and cute using up that DSP. Yes, friends, you actually need to cut your DSP now and then and like totally enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you will consider doing World Card Making Day and joining me at that fun event. I don't think you will, I don't think you'll be sorry that you joined, and it's free, right? So it's such a great fun event. So again, the registration will be below, so you can click that. It'll give you all the information that you need. And if you can't join, you can always catch the replay. So yes, the extra pieces are so cute. Like there's cowboy boots and there's a pirate hat and there's a little French beret. And he also has little parts that you can cut out individually. So you can cut out his arms and his legs and attach them to his body with brads. And then his little legs and his arms would be dancing around. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoyed them. Sometimes it's good to go back to basics, right? We get so wrapped up in, bigger and better. And sometimes you're like, you know what? Let's just bring it back down and just make some quick and cute cards. That's like my middle name, Quick and Cute. So I will be back here live again on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We will have day 4 of Halloween week. And then again on Friday, I'm going to pop dots everywhere. I am going to do a couple little treats. So if you guys are like Halloween treat lovers and like to make boxes and little things to put your candies in for the trick-or-treaters and all that, you definitely want to be here on Friday. So make sure you're following my Facebook page or subscribing to my YouTube channel. And hopefully I will see you guys at Virtual Card Making Day. All right, catch you later, friends. See you tomorrow.